So you wanna be a player, but your wheels ain't flying. You gotta hit us up to get a pimped out ride.
You've got to pimp my ride.
Damn right.
You've got to pimp my ride.
Hello everyone, my name is Yellow and welcome back to episode 6 of Pimp My Car. Now in this episode we have Buster Gates, and at first glance, as you might think, this is already a really good car, and as soon as I seen him I thought exactly the same thing. He's used paint tool, he has, it's a good car, a really good car, and as soon as I seen it I was like, oh thank God, finally a car that is good, that I can actually do a little bit with. So, like always, I'll just go down the list. So, starting from the top, he did use a custom, well, he messed around with the face morph and everything, he messed around with the texture, and he messed around with everything, and the face looks good, it's well shaped and stuff, it doesn't look generic at all. He's put on the stubble and everything, it just looks good. And we'll move even further down now, to the body, and he used the second body shape and then put hair over the top, and he messed around with the shape so much that he doesn't look too muscly at all. He just looks like a built out guy, and it looks good. I really like what he's done to the body morph on this one, and he's done something that I've never actually seen before. He's used the tape on the side here around his wrist up until near his elbow and put an extra design around it, so then it completely fills up. And he has wrist tape around his fingers as well, 2 fingers there and 2 fingers on that side as well. And yeah, I've never really seen anyone do something like that before. And then of course he has Buster Gates BG on his trunks there. Then on the back he has a pin tool here that says Pretty Boy, and yeah, it's an okay pin tool. It's not the best, and it could be worked on to be made a little better, but I completely understand what he's trying to do. Yeah, it's just that the Pretty Boy on it is a little bit hard to read, but apart from that, I understand what he's going for there. And then finally we go even further down. It just has plain boots that match with the trunks and black knee pads as well, and that is a really good car. I really like it. And he even added an entrance attire here, if we just quickly go to it. Yeah, so once it loads up here, there it is, and it's, you might think it's just a white jacket. No, it's not. It's half and half. It's black and white. White on the front with blue little squares, I guess, on it. But I wasn't too sure on the squares. I don't know if I like that or not. The bright aqua blue squares don't kind of match with the attire. Maybe if it was completely white, or if the blue squares were matching the trunks, then it would look better. But I don't know, I wasn't too sold on the blue squares. But apart from that, really like this car. It's really good, and I completely knew what I wanted to do with this guy, and I didn't change him much. So we will be back in a second with the pimped out car. So we are back, and here is the pimped out car. And at first glance, as you might think, well, it's exactly the same, and it kinda is. I didn't mess with the face or body morph at all. I made the eyes slightly brighter blue. The hair is a bit more blonde instead of like a white blonde, and the chest hair is a bit darker, I think. And apart from that, you know, I've still got the wrist tape the same. The wrist tape on his right arm is different. The BG logo is different because I had to recreate that on paint tool, because of course I can't use the same paint tools, because, you know, you would have to upload them separate and stuff. And on the back, completely changed the, well, I didn't. I kept the zebra print, but I kind of filled out the back of the trunk smart. I put Pretty Boy so then you can actually read it a bit better. And the only other thing I changed was on the boots. I also added the BG logo there for Buster Gates. And yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I changed. I really didn't have to change this guy much at all, because I really liked him a lot already. So you can see the Pretty Boy a lot more clearer there. But apart from that, he has hardly changed. And of course I did add the entrance attire again, the same as what he did have. So it's got the jacket. I did remove the blue squares because I wasn't feeling, but you can see a BG there kind of sticking out. I might change that to black in paint tool. But again, it's just half and half, white and black. And I I really like this car when I seen him, and I didn't have to change much at all. So yeah, that is it. I will go into the paint tools now, so I'll be back in a second. So here we are at the paint tools, and I will go along the list with what I start with and so on and so forth. So I began with the BG, which he used on his trunks, which you can see here. That is the first paint tool I did, and it isn't too hard, you know, I just went around it. And then I tried that on the car, and it didn't really fit. It was far too small and not as thick. So I imported it here by doing that, and then sized it up, and then just went around it a little bit, so then it wasn't as blocky, I guess. And that is it, the bigger logo, which is used on the car, the BG, and you can see it properly there. There it is, the BG that I recreated. And again, it's not difficult at all, it's just BG, you know, kind of posh fancy writing. I said fosh there, but posh fancy writing there, kind of, I guess. And that is for the trunks. And then after that I moved on and did this, and you may think I can't remember seeing that, but this was just to shape out the trunks, because if I just do a line here, make that a different colour, make this green for a second, the trunks are kind of like this shape here. They go around and then fill out around about there. That is kind of the trunk shape. So if I just move that around, that is kind of what I had to work with. So I wanted a design that obviously filled up the back of the trunks, so that's why I did this. And this is just a shape up to see if it would fit. So I tried that, I put it on the car to see if it would fit, and then once it did, I did this. So I messed around a bit and made this design here. So I made it white, obviously, did the zebra print, got a grey colour in instead of black, and yeah, that was on the back of the trunks, and it fits. Then after that, I of course went on to do the pretty boy writing. So by writing pretty here, not too hard. Of course, on his original car he had the P and Y in capital, slightly bigger writing. So that's what I've done here. So it says pretty there, and then of course I did the same thing again here for the boy. So pretty simple. I wasn't too sure on the Y, but it works well enough. And then finally I put them both together, and that is a pretty boy there. So yeah, you might notice I did exactly the same T and exactly the same Y. I just copied them, but it looks good on the car. And then of course, if you put them together, which I didn't actually do in one paint tool. I don't know why I didn't do it in one paint tool, but oh yeah, because it didn't fit, that was why. But it looks something like, let's just make this a bit smaller here, a bit bigger now. It was something like that, I guess. That kind of works, but yeah, they were separate on the paint tool, and that's why it doesn't look as bad as this does, yeah. But yeah, I did put them on separate anyway. So them are the paint tools I made. Again, pretty simple paint tools, you know. It's a letter run, which I know some people do struggle with it, but you know, you just gotta take your time with the letter run. And then, you know, the BG is the same, it's just a letter run, and then this isn't too hard, it's just a zebra print. And that is it for the paint tools that I used. It's some pretty simple stuff, so we will move on to the matchup screen now. So here we are on the matchup screen, and the only difference you'll be able to see is the mouth is open on my version, and the mouth is closed on the other. And I don't know how it's closed, because it's exactly the same menu screen pose, so I don't know why his mouth is closed on one and open on the other. But again, the only other difference you might be able to notice is the wrist tape on his right arm. It's slightly different, but apart from that, you know, they're exactly the same course. So we will get into the match now. So here we are in the match, of course, and whoa, he's running at me. So let's, as always, from the front you can notice little to no difference at all. Then from behind, the only difference you can notice is the trunks design, where it's a little bit easier to read my pretty boy rather than his. But apart from that, these cars are almost the same. The hair's a little bit darker on mine, and I've got the BG on the boots as well, but apart from that, very similar cars, and I really like this guy as soon as I seen him, and I'm glad that we finally have a car that is pretty much complete, that I've been able to do little work on. And yeah, I really like this one. One of my favourites so far. Just the original car is one of my favourites that I've used so far. Definitely, because it needed a little work. He completely knew what he was going for, and I like it. And Yeah, this could kind of be used as a tag team with Devin Williams, the sleazy 80s dancer. They both have, like, one guy has the leopard print, one guy has the tiger print. They could be a cool mismatch of a tag team here, like the Sleaze Patrol or something. Oh my god, the Sleaze Patrol. That could be an amazing tag team name for them. Yeah, I think once I finish this series, that is what it's going to do. Because I said this in episode 1, but I don't think many people remember it, I guess. Every core that I pimp out will be used in a future core series with every core that I use. So, yeah, having tag teams and stuff is going to happen. I want to have around about 20 episodes of this. And this is episode 6, so, you know, I'm about just over a quarter of the way there. And, yeah, it's going to be good. Hopefully it'll be really good. So I do need some tag teams, and I know that these cars, you know, they weren't meant to be together, but just from the looks of them and stuff, I really feel like Devin Williams and Buster Gates could be a really good tag team. The Sleaze Patrol. It could work. I like it. I really do. So, I think that's going to happen. We have our first tag team. Way! So good. And it wasn't even meant to happen like that, but it is. It's going to happen. So, an 80s dancer and a sleazy, self-conscious guy. Well, not even self-conscious, like he's full of himself type of guy. I'm expecting. You know, he's called himself Pretty Boy. So, you know, he is full of himself. That kind of gimmick. And, of course, there's a zebra print as well. That matches, so, you know, kind of similar in a way. And the Sleaze Patrol, great tag team name for them. So I think that's going to happen. But, yeah, oh yeah, another couple of frequently asked questions. Can I upload more than one superstar? Of course you can. Of course you can. I'm going to look through them all. It doesn't mean just because you've uploaded one that one guy is going to be picked. The more that you upload, the more chance you have of getting picked. And of course, if your guy has a gimmick, again, more chance in it being picked. More frequently asked questions. Are you going to do this on PS3? No, I'm not. I do not own a PS3. So unless you're willing to buy me a PS3, that's not going to happen. Because, you know, I don't have a PS3 and I'm not going to buy a PS3 just to do this series on it. And, yeah, especially when the next gen consoles are out now, that is definitely going to be the next thing I buy console-wise. So, you know, I'm not going to go back and buy a PS3 just to do this series on there. But, you know, if you want to do this series on PS3, you know, feel free. Look through the PS3 community creations. I'm sure there is a couple of cores just like this who have been uploaded, and try your best to see if you can make them better. It's not difficult, I guess. It's a little bit more difficult when they don't have a gimmick, or, you know, you don't have any ideas of what to do with them, which I have with a lot of guys. But yeah, just try it out, I guess. That's the best thing I can say. But this series won't be coming to PS3 because I don't own a PS3, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I hope that you still enjoy the series anyway and get some tips and hints on how to improve your cause by watching these episodes, because I have said quite a few things on what to do with paint tools and how little things can make your cause better. And I think maybe next week I will release another episode of, well, not an episode, just another video of how to make a good call. Because, whoa, I was lying on the floor, I was not ready for this. He's going for the end. Whoa, what a finishing move. But I released an episode, well, a video saying how to make a good call, and I got a really good response, and a lot of people found it helpful. So I might make an episode, well, not even episode 2, I might make, well, yeah, episode 2, I guess, of that, and make a high flyer-esque person, because the guy I made was more like a muscle, well-built guy. So I might make a high flyer type person on how to make a good call too. So look out for that next week. I'll make sure to do that, and hopefully it should be good. And yeah, that will hopefully help you out on how to make a good call, because the first one did help out a lot of people. I got a lot of comments saying this really helped me out, and how to do pen tools and stuff like that. So I'll do a part 2. I guess. Why not? But right now in this match, the original Buster Gates going wild, and I can't seem to reverse or anything. Whoa, going for a pedigree. No, you don't. Oh, Get kicked and big... Oh, the chop missed. Roll up though. 1, 2. Get a 2 count. Whoa, 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 whoa. Going for the bridge. 1. Oh no, not even 1. Flip him over again and down to the mat. 1 and he kicked out a 1. What a combination of moves. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's going for the leg. Going for that submission. I'm too close to the ropes. Ref! 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 Oh my god. I didn't realise I was that close to tapping. I really didn't. I had to use resiliency there. Oh god. Alright, get up. It's time for the end. Oh! Yes! We hit it! We hit it! Got him up and boom! Down to the mat. I love that finishing move. It's very original. I don't see many people using that. 1, 2, 3. Wait. 2 count. He kicked out at 2. And he's going for the roll up. 1. Get out of it. Going for the bridge. Oh. 1, 2. Oh. Rolling and down again. 1, 2, 3. And he gets the win because I didn't manage to kick out. Wow. So the original Buster Gates picking up the win there. But which CAW do you like better? Do you like they're both pretty much the exact same CAW, but mine has slightly different pin tools. But which one do you like better? You might like the original one better with the less designs, I guess. But they're pretty much the same CAW. So I don't even think I need to ask which one you like better because they're both pretty similar, apart from the pin tool on the back of the trunks. But as always, if you want to upload a CAW, then at the very end of the video there will be little instructions on how to upload your CAW and what I will be looking for and how to find your CAWs. And if you want to download this Buster Gates CAW, then the original and the new and improved one are both on Community Creations, so you know, just type in Buster Gates or Yellow and you will be able to find them there. But that is going to be it for this episode, so please like it up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.